Hi, and welcome to the BlueMilk Podcast, where we talk about anything and everything Star Wars related. I'm one of your fantastic hosts, BJ. To my right is...
Jacob, how's it going?
The fantastic Jacob. Jesus. And to my left is...
I'm drinking.
The fantastic Drinking, and let us take you on a fantastic journey.
So I figured we can go on the interwebs and look into, there's a summary of each fan fiction. So we're gonna look at the summary of fan fiction to see...
Start the timer.
I already did.
He's not going to look at fan fiction to start the timer.
No. We're going to look at the summary of fan fiction and just by that to see if we would actually read it or not.
The summary?
Just the summary, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, okay, so the name...
Title?
Yeah, title and then summary. So the name of this fan fiction is Vader, Lord of Fashion. Summary. After fixing Han Solo's, a fashion model, car, Luke ends up in New York City backstage at a Vader fashion show. Luke never expected to catch the eye of a world-famous designer. Vader never expected to find out his son is alive.
And gay.
Wow, no, it totally makes me think of Zoolander. It's like if Zoolander was a Star Wars story.
We did say any movie could fit in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, we did.
And there is Zoolander in the Star Wars universe.
Gotta give it to people, man. They can stretch it any way they want.
I'm picturing some burlesque show.
No, because it's Vader. I mean, he would want like...
He's doing the can.
He's the Dark Lord of Fashion.
He becomes one of the Rockettes.
Maybe Luke would be a Rocket.
Well, we know Luke's a Rocket.
I don't think Vader would be. Han Solo would probably be a
Oh, God. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. So what? I'm thinking the whole story is just Vader's rise through different clothing lines to finally get to the runway, so he can show off his all leather attire.
No, Luke is blue steel, all right? And have you seen Zoolander?
No.
Oh, man. Okay.
I have no interest in that useless piece of shit.
I don't blame you at all, but it's completely relevant in this situation.
Wonderful.
Because Vader is essentially Will Ferrell's character.
Ish, yeah.
Yeah, and then, like, Luke is totally Ben Stiller in Zoolander. He does the blue steel. He's coming up.
Alright, so... do you guys want to rate it, or are we just going to go with a pass? We're
done. We're done with that.
Continue. So pass?
Yeah.
We're passing that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so...
I'm not going to read that crap.
The name of it is called Cell 66, a Star Wars story.
Okay.
The Republic has fallen. Times are dark, as the Emperor extends his domination over the powerless Senate. Unchecked, Imperial forces increase their iron grasp across the planets of the Inner and Outer Rim. Clone Trooper 6 has deserted from the Imperial Army, desperate to make amends for killing a Jedi Master under Order 66. With his ship, the Kraken, he has built up a small cell of... He has built up a small cell of freedom fighters. A band of outcasts displaced from their homes by the ravages of the Empire, and with one common burning goal, to stop the Emperor's reign of terror at any cost.
There we
go. Ready? You want to do it?
You, go for it.
Release the Kraken! I love it.
I have no issues with that, actually. That sounds like it could be, like, up there with Rogue One.
I think, yeah.
Exactly the way he stated it, though.
But anyway, that story sounds pretty good, actually. I mean, that sounds like something that would be up there with Rogue One.
I want to see that ship.
The Kraken?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
He made it himself,
sounds badass.
Right? It was a clone trooper. What is it, Trooper 6?
Mm-hmm.
That made his own ship.
That sounds badass.
Yeah, it could be good. I mean, I don't know how big it would be. I mean, how hard do you think it is to make your own space ship?
If it's just for him, it's probably just a one-seater.
I don't think it's just for him, though, doesn't he? Got opinions?
It's a passenger jet?
Yeah.
No, I think that'd be a good story. I'd read that one.
Well, I'd watch it, too. They actually turned it into a show.
If
If.
we're talking reading, this is
reading,
fan
reading
fiction,
would be
so-
interesting. I don't read often anymore. Probably should.
Alright, so the name of this one is called One More Chance.
Uh-oh.
They don't have a summary, so I'm going to read you a little bit of the prologue. It's not that
A
long.
little bit. We'll stop you when we can't stand it anymore.
Vader. Never in a
Okay,
million...
knock it off.
Continue.
Never in a million years would I have imagined to be in a spot where I wouldn't have to fight the person I was and the person I wanted to become. After she came into my life, everything had shifted drastically.
And then I ran my hand up her thigh, and her moist breast was sagging between her legs.
Wait, are you talking about you're talking about boob sweat? Because that's a thing.
No, I'm talking about the whole damn boob hanging down there. She's old.
Jesus Christ!
Old. Older than the woman's mother.
She made me see there was more to life than violence and hatred.
Whoa.
Wait, so is this like a
Take
romance?
power.
No, there's
Is
people
this
listening.
a romance novel?
Will you please? Was I close? Oh my god, was I close?
There was beauty in everything. Once I saw her, she made a bigger impact on me than
my
I cared to
quivering loins.
actually.
Yeah, I think this is
It has
actually a
been months
romance.
since I last saw her. I would never give up looking for my beloved Padme. Hey, Padme. Hey,
Wait, what? This is like a
So
weird.
he's walking around with a
This
wig.
is Anakin?
I'd go
It
to the
must
ends of
be.
the universe just to hear
Oh,
her
but
voice
my
once
Wookiee.
again, to have her soft hands caress my hair and to feel her soft lip against mine.
Dude, this is totally a fucking, like, one of those crazy, sleazy romance novels.
It is.
With Fabio
Yeah,
on
it
the
is.
cover.
Please, keep reading.
I would find her no matter what. I let nothing get in my way
Don't
of
read it
our
with the
love.
accent. Just read it.
Fuck it, went away. Ever again. Chapter 1.
No.
Okay,
You're done.
stop.
You're done. You're done now.
So that's the prologue.
No, I wouldn't read that.
I wouldn't read it either. I don't read trashy romance novels.
I would certainly make fun of it.
We are making fun of it.
we should make.
Right
we
now.
should
Yes,
write
we
a
are.
trashy romance novel then.
We should use your language as the
Oh god, yeah.
narration.
Was it
That'd be
like
awesome.
text or speech to text, and Jacob talks,
Oh my god.
and the computer interprets, and then writes what he's saying?
Do you know how many times the computer would say, "What the fuck"?
No, it literally will just take the word for verbatim.
So that's a pass on that one.
Hard pass.
That's gonna be a rock hard pass on that one.
Yeah.
Alright, so this one's called Missing Moon.
The moon is missing. No, not that one.
Oh.
Chapter 1, and it's inevitable
Inevitable?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, he spit it out
reunion.
haltingly, but he spit it out.
Inevitable reunion, yes.
Do not translate. Let him speak.
For the first time in recent memory,
No, he's got-
Ray was finally
stupid
alone.
fucking- What? Dude,
What?
that's-
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Oh.
Continue!
Diddle in the beach! Diddle in the beach!
Continue!
Sitting cross-legged in the cockpit of the aged Millennium Falcon,
She's
she
cross-legged.
stared out into the crowded launch pad
Ding-a-ling-ling-ling.
with tiredness she could finally convey without heavy-handed
Ding-a-ling-ling.
concern from the other members of the resistance. The green fabric of her most recent outfit matched the hue of the tail jungle trees surrounding her. She needed her new
She needed her new aunt
She
Wait.
needed her. That's
What's
wrong.
her
That's
What's
not how
her
you
new
spell
aunt
needed.
Wait?
That's not how you spell. She needed her new and.
Needed, as in, like, needed bread?
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. All right. So she needed her new and improved staff with her hands, a uniform
Ding.
steel rod wrapped in leather bindings,
Ba-ding.
freshly built on a green ocean planet 2 worlds ago, when she had time to spare. Or was it 3? It was hard to
Ba-ding.
keep track. All the places the Resistance visited, recruiting new members into their
Losing
cause.
interest. It's not using...
I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What was the name of that one?
Yusong Vong Shots.
No,
That's not
Lost
what it was
Moon.
called.
Lost Moon.
Last Moon.
Okay.
Hi.
What?
I'm
You
not,
should-
I can't say
you
any of
should-
those words.
You
What? Why not?
Because it was like in a different language.
Oh, okay.
What have
That
you
is
learned?
nonsense. Is that the title?
Yes.
Okay.
What have you learned?
Okay.
Prologue.
Alright.
The hyperspace... Starting over, sorry. The hyperspace star lines quickly faded back into the darkness of space. Ahead of them, in full view, was the dark green planet of Vapos.
Vapos?
Yeah. Also in front of them was a First Order battlecruiser. Normally, alerts would be blaring by now. They stayed silent. In this case, they knew they wouldn't be encountering the enemy. They were in an enemy ship, after all. Despite knowing the cruiser would be here, Ray still gasped at the sight. It was her first sighting of a First Order ship since she escaped off the Supreme Leader's grand ship almost a standard year and a half ago.
Whoa, so this is a year and a half after episode 8.
Episode 8, yes.
Okay.
Much has happened to her since that time.
Oh, I'm sure.
She looked at the viewscape past the ship
Has some hard
to
rods.
the planet below. Vapos was mostly rocky forest with wildlife as
Rockin' Rocky
primary
Forest.
inhabitants.
Yeah, but that doesn't sound like something that would go with a planet called Vapos. Like, Vapos sounds like
More like
gas.
a gas giant.
that and hippies and all that
And water.
kind of thing.
Lots
Yeah.
of water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like surfing.
Yeah.
Like,
Poorly named.
Vapos sounds like it would be great to surf. They got some bitchin' surfs.
Maybe
She
it's just
glanced over
foggy.
to her friend Finn.
Hi, bitch.
Hi.
He was
No,
busy.
it's just a glance, not a
in-
fucking creepy ass stare.
He was busy instructing the captain and the pilot on how to mask their
How to
indent
masturbate?
codes.
How to what?
So what?
No,
to that
not
of a
masturbate.
stolen First Order craft. The captain and pilot was Aden. Yeah, it's not Adam. Aden Krun.
Aden Krun?
Yeah,
Sounds like a disease.
I caught the Aden Krun,
No.
You still have the Anakin.
who had also been a soldier of the Resistance for several years.
Oh, that's cool.
Ray was positive that Aden knew how to fake a ship's identification. She sighed because she knew about Finn's
knew that
constant
men
need
could
to
fake
help
that?
others.
I got him. I got him good.
What happened? That was
I turned him.
Keep reading, please.
Who knew that men could fake that?
Please, keep reading.
I'm finding another one. That wasn't that. Dark thoughts. Here we go.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Or at least it
no,
should be.
as if we don't have those already.
Oh, this should be so
All right,
good. I
chapter
hope.
1. Thought lost.
Oh no.
That's not dark.
When
Well, I mean,
Savage.
maybe.
When 7-inch?
Savage
Oh.
Press.
Oh, this is Savage Press, yeah.
Oh,
When
okay.
Savage returned to the planet Dothamir on the Outer Rim, he wasn't prepared for what Mother Tazin would reveal to him. Fog surrounded the red, glowing planet, and Savage always hated the thick fog since it was quite difficult to land a ship and get through the mist. Ribbit. Out of his cockpit, he saw
Do a barrel roll.
Can you put a little more pause between
Cock.
those two syllables,
Pit.
please?
He saw the forest in damp lands.
Damp lands?
Yeah, not the swamp
Dagobah.
lands.
Dagobah.
No, this
No,
is
no,
Dothamir.
no.
Well, that's good.
Dagobah
But
is
they
swamplands.
have, but they have damp lands.
Well, I'm sure they're
too.
damp, yeah.
With its many swamp. It's the damp lands with its many swamps.
You know why? It's
Why do they
because
call
of the
swamplands damp lands?
It's
Why not
because
just
of
call
the
them
cock-
swamplands?
Which reminded him of his
Fair
childhood and his home in general. He wasn't very fond,
Dothamir has a lot of swamps?
apparently. Yeah, it does, actually. He wasn't very fond of it. The planet had a meaning to him and some of his clan members, but both of his inhabitants did not share his sentiments. Trust in general was hard to earn down here. But, wait.
Whose butt?
His butt.
His
But
butt.
down there, one would search for eternity. Life was tough there, and it made him
Where's
strong
there?
in the end. Dothamir.
Okay.
Even if he had to kill one of his two brothers.
Wait, he had two brothers?
Dun,
Apparently.
dun, dun.
So he had
Maul.
Maul as
And
his a younger brother. Maul's the older brother?
I thought Savage was the older one.
Yeah.
No, he's bigger. But, yeah, no. Maul's...
Okay, so you've got, let's guess what the name is. You've got Savage.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Maul.
Yeah, do we even know what their last names are?
Well, Savage.
Oppress.
So Maul oppress?
Must be.
Okay.
So, how about heavily?
Heavily oppressed.
I'm being oppressed.
Being oppressed.
Being oppressed. I'm being oppressed.
It's repressed,
No,
not
that would be
oppressed.
repressed. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's oppressed for this in this instance. All right, that was that one.
Okay. Sounds interesting.
I'll pass on that one.
Sounds interesting.
Fallen Heroes.
Maybe. That sounds familiar.
I have a summary, guys.
Oh, do it.
Kit Fisto, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Plo Koon are closer to Ahsoka Tano than anyone ever realized. So when she is sentenced to death for terrorism, sedition, murder, resisting arrest,
resisting
You better resist that arrest.
and escape from prison.
You better not go with that Rex. You better resist that Rex.
A resisting arrest.
Resisting arrest and escaping from prison.
Spell arrest.
It's Jacob. It could be spelled with a Q.
Fair enough.
Let's see. I'm sure there's a K in there somewhere.
I want to say.
I think there's a silent G.
Okay, yeah, we can go. Because I'm thinking of how you would really spell that, and it has an X in it. I know that.
Well, yeah, of course.
But I mean,
and an old white-haired dude.
It would be a Q and an E, not a Q-U-E.
Right.
It would be just Q-E.
With immediately followed by a
it's
K.
Q-U. I just want to put the E because it's silent.
A-rext. And it's got a K before all that.
It's silent.
Oh, it hurts.
You gotta put all the letters in there that might possibly make that sound.
And you know, this spelling right here is probably accurate.
Oh, he's totally doing it. That's great. I love it. Okay.
Holy shit. That is the most impronounceable word I have ever seen.
That word right there, the name of the episode.
A-rext.
Okay, alright, done.
Yeah, that's the name of the episode. I'm fine. That'll work.
Alright.
That'll work. Anyway, continue reading this A-rext.
I should.
And the moist loins, don't forget about that.
Yeah, well, the moist loins were different. That was a different
That's
story.
okay, you could connect this to the Ah-rext.
I'll erect your moist loins.
There you go, yeah.
Resisting arrest.
Okay.
Cool.
And they escape from prison that can't help. They can't help but feel that something is wrong. This inspired by Grey Silhouette's Fallen Legends.
Grey Solo?
Silhouettes.
Grey Silhouettes.
Okay.
Fallen Legends. So yeah, that was that, guys.
That was terrible.
That was fun.
That was great. I liked it.
Listening to
It was
you.
wonderful.
Listening to you speak. You didn't come across another one?
No, they don't have a lot of summaries.
No.
Yeah, a lot of them don't. You'd have to read the prologues and a lot of them.
Alright. I'd like to do that again.
That was fun.
Fan fiction. We need to come across more fan fiction. Okay. We've got that much time left.
All right.
Let's talk about the episode 4 battle between Obi-Wan and Vader.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the redo.
I thought that was awesome. They did one hell of a job with that.
Yeah, they did. It was pretty legit.
Had that been in the original movie, fuck.
I think people probably would have been a little more blown away
Yeah.
if something like that.
Even though
shit.
they were even blown, the thing is that they were blown away at that point.
Well,
they would have been more blown away. It's like, holy fucking shit.
That's something they could have done when they went back and redid and put fucking Anakin.
Oh yeah, all that
Little
re-edit
Anakin
bullshit.
No.
Yes, if they had gone back and done that at the same time
He's
that
talking
they
about the
redid,
re-edits when like George Lucas,
Yeah,
where
but-
they put Christensen in for Vader.
Hayden Christensen.
Yeah.
Had they redone the episode 4 battle that way, it would have been great.
I would have
It
liked
would have been great
Like,
because
it's a
it would have
good-
flowed much, much better.
It still does flow.
Vader at the end of Rogue One. he was so much more of a badass at the end of Rogue One.
And then you go to the fight against...
in Episode 4.
Or 5.
Or 5.
6, they showed a little bit more.
I mean, to be fair, they definitely show a lot of, like... They essentially took the principles of all the prequels, because, I mean, all the prequels had a lot of fights. Like lightsaber fights.
And just for fun, the link is wherever we put the link for
below
those videos.
Down below.
In the description.
They'll be down below in the description. But, no, it's like the flow and the feel of the original trilogy was a lot slower. Like, I mean, that's one of the major critiques that's usually given to the original trilogy is that it's slow. Its pacing feels slow.
Based on the new stuff, I agree with that.
So, I mean, they effectively, with that remake of that fight scene, they took a lot of the mentality, like the mentality and the filming style from the prequels, as well as the new ones as well, because there's a lot more fighting in them.
Yep.
It wasn't about the fighting. It wasn't about the fight. That's like the whole reason why Obi-Wan pretty much just bows out right at the beginning. He didn't need to fight. He didn't want to fight. He was there simply to prove a point to Vader and to show Luke that you don't have to always fight. Like, I feel like that was the point of that scene.
With the remake, though, it made it more of a point that Obi-Wan wanted to show Vader that you are wrong, and this is why. Because Obi-Wan in that little remake would easily have kicked his ass in the end.
Oh, they were both going back and forth pretty well on blows.
And that was unbelievably
well choreographed. Well choreographed.
Holy shit! I was really impressed.
It was pretty damn good. But I'm still, like, it would have been cool to see it in a movie, but I still am very much of the opinion that it's unnecessary because the meaning behind the way it was originally filmed still stands true. I mean, I feel almost like Obi-Wan was... He allowed it to happen without a fight simply because he felt he owed Anakin. Like, he was sorry.
But he didn't do that until he saw Luke. And he saw, this is the kid that's going to beat your ass.
Well, I don't think he was thinking that when he was doing that. He just thought, the hope is still alive. That's why it's called A New Hope. Because Luke is the New Hope. He is the hope of the Jedi to continue the light side, to continue the...
But he never became a Jedi.
Luke did become a Jedi.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Nope.
Yeah, he did.
Yoda never said he was a Jedi. Luke named himself a Jedi.
Yeah, but you kind of get the impression that Yoda was okay with that, and that he still...
Was.
You didn't strike him down or anything.
No.
Like,
he let him believe it.
Well, I still get the feeling that Yoda agreed with it to some degree, otherwise he wouldn't...
Well, when he came back as a Force Ghost, he would have said something.
Well, I mean, he did, for the most part.
Zapping the tree. Yeah.
Well, he was saying that being a Jedi isn't just what's in that tree. I mean, you know.
He never outwardly said that. He did it through action.
Yeah, I mean, that was what the implication was with shooting the tree. But, I mean, he didn't disagree with Luke being a Jedi. He never once said, you are not a Jedi.
He did disagree. When Luke said, so I am a Jedi, Yoda said, whoa, wait a minute, Pucker.
Well, that was
You're going a little far there.
The beginning of 6,
yeah.
I think.
After the Tatooine scene.
Right before he croaked.
Yeah, right before he croaked. Well, he told him what he needed to do in order to become a Jedi, and Luke technically does that.
He does?
He fights Vader, and he redeems Vader, which I would say definitely puts him in the realm of Jedi.
Anyway, off topic again.
Well, I mean, with that whole scene, I think that if they did change it, it would change the whole meaning with the whole, like, New Hope and everything.
I agree.
It's how they did the fight, the reference, a little bit of a reference, how they did the fight between Obi-Wan and Darth Maul on Tatooine. I know it's two different fights, I know, but it's going back. So Darth Maul and Obi-Wan have a fight on Tatooine.
In Clone Wars.
In Rebels.
Rebels, whatever.
In Rebels.
Animated.
They have their fight, and it's literally done, boom. You get, well, not really, but you get cut in half, yes. Dave Filoni's...
I get cut in half?
No, Maul gets,
okay.
Instead of cut in half, he gets cut in half. Like, he gets...
So he gets slice and dice.
Yes.
He gets...
What? What?
Gets crucified. Anyway.
Darth Maul, how Dave Filoni described it as, it was two masters battle. It was two samurai masters going against each other. And when you're a master, it's not going to be a long fight. You're gonna want to. You're gonna keep.
You end it as quickly as possible.
Which
you do not give your opponent an opportunity to strike back.
Which is what Obi-Wan and Darth Maul did with the whole Darth Vader and Obi-Wan. I think it was more of them. They were toying with each other. Obi-Wan was more playing... he was more of a...
Are you talking about the remake, or are you talking about original?
Original.
Okay.
So, Obi-Wan was buying time for Luke and Han and all that stuff to get to the ship.
Right.
Darth Vader was toying with Obi-Wan. That's my conclusion, is that he was totally toying with... I mean, he was like... It's an old guy with his cane.
I agree with that. Only because of what was seen at the end of Rogue One. Mm-hmm. Had Rogue One never existed, I would disagree with you. Because that's what I grew up with.
Yeah.
That was the best he could do.
Uh-huh.
Because of Rogue One, I know that's not the best he could do.
Oh, yeah.
He was just fucking around, just being slow.
Well, I mean, you gotta look at it in the fact that he couldn't technically use a lot of his force powers, because, I mean, at the end of Rogue One, you don't really see him do a whole lot with the lightsaber. It's not so much the lightsaber as what he did with the force. Yeah, well, he was like, he grabbed the dude and like threw him into the ceiling and then cut him with the lightsaber, and then he was throwing other ones into the fucking thing, and then he didn't do a lot of like...
Anakin's abilities... even in the prequels, were not lightsaber based. They were force based.
That can be argued. Anakin was a very, very strong lightsaber duelist.
But he was really good with everything.
But his force abilities were much more prominent than lightsaber abilities.
Oh, that's completely true.
All I'm saying is that you don't really see him do a whole lot of lightsaber dueling, and the reason why he was able to use a lot of the force powers the way he did at the end of Rogue One is because all those guys are just normal dudes. Like,
well, yeah, nobody had a lightsaber to go up against him.
Well, not just that. I'm saying Obi-Wan is a venerated Jedi. He knows how to use the Force.
Yes.
He knows how to defend from the Force.
Yes.
So Vader couldn't use a lot of the similar abilities on Obi-Wan that he did on the people that he did on...
Which is why I thought the remake was pretty cool, because Vader throws shit at him like he did at Luke. Yeah. And Obi-Wan just... whatever.
Yeah, well, they use Force Push as well. Like, both of them.
Oh, both of them did.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, I mean, like, that doesn't really... That doesn't really bother me, but I'm just saying, like... You're looking at two different versions of Vader. Like, the one at the end of Rogue One is a badass simply because he's fighting normal people. He's not fighting.
You're seeing their point of view.
Yeah, you're seeing essentially what a normal person would have to contend against if they were fighting a Dark Lord of the Sith.
Yeah.
And which is...
They're fighting death.
Yeah, it's absolutely terrifying. Like, you're not going to succeed. And you're a normal human being with, like, a fucking blaster rifle.
But they did it, which makes the opening to Episode 4 that much better.
Well, they ran... They put enough doors between them and him.
And it still didn't work.
It did.
He still came in and killed them all.
Well, he didn't kill all of them because enough of them ran fast enough and closed doors fast enough.
There were stormtroopers involved.
To get away.
And apparently those stormtroopers shot somebody.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that, like, they ran fast enough and they closed enough doors to slow him down enough to where they could get away.
Yeah.
So there was that. And then, you know, at the beginning of episode 4, you don't really see Vader do much of anything, actually.
No,
like, you see
he walks through a door and...
Well, he walks through the door after the stormtroopers have cleared the way. Like, he doesn't even come in and just deal with all the rebels, which he easily could have done again if he wanted to. But they don't have it starting that way.
He was having an asthma attack.
Sure. He's like, I'm gonna chill in my fucking bubble and just stay there. No. He's got the built-in inhaler. Like, you know, that's what the...
Maybe he needed an extra boost.
Oh no!
That you could just plug right into his light bright right on the front.
He has a nebulizer right now. That's why.
Yeah, you just plug it into his fucking light bright that he's got on the front of him. But anyway, but I'm just saying, like the fight. I think the reason why you see the fight the way it is at the beginning of 4 is because both Obi-Wan and Vader at that point in the story are know each other's capabilities. They know each other very well. They know what they're fully capable of, and I mean, Obi-Wan is as much handicapped because of his age as Obi-Wan is handicapped as much by his age as Anakin is handicapped by his robotic limbs and suit.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
So I mean,
they are equal at that point.
They're still very much equal, but I mean, Obi-Wan does what he does simply. He does it as kind of like proving a point to Vader.
Exactly. He doesn't do it.
Down, I will become even more powerful.
But he doesn't let that happen until he sees Luke. Once he sees Luke, he gets the idea. Oh.
Well, I don't know if he just got the idea then. I think that was his entire plan.
He felt the Force. No, I don't think it was the entire plan. I absolutely do not think it was his plan until that moment, until they made eye contact. And he realized...
No, I think once
boy,
Vader showed up...
Your son will take you out. Because he knew.
I don't think he's thinking of, like, Luke is defeating Vader. Not in like, I'm
That's the only
Luke
way
is going
to
to kill
him. And Obi-Wan...
That's not true.
His intent was to stop Vader from doing that.
I'm fairly certain that Obi-Wan did not plan on sacrificing himself until he saw Vader. Once he saw Vader and Vader showed up and stopped him in that hallway, then I think he realized, I'm not getting off the Death Star.
Vader did not stop him in that hallway. Obi-Wan went to meet him.
I'm fairly certain he went there with the intention to not leave the Death Star.
Now that's possible.
Like, he knew he wasn't going to be leaving.
That is possible. That is highly likely.
At least not in physical embodiment.
But the way he went out was not determined until he made eye contact with Luke.
Well, I feel like he didn't have to worry about fighting, or at least stalling anymore until he saw Luke. Because he saw Luke in the Millennium Falcon, he's like, okay, he's going to get away. We're good. And then that's when he did what he did. Because he didn't need to stall anymore.
Okay.
But I don't think he ever thought, like, Luke is going to kill Vader. I don't think he went that route. Because that's not how Jedi think.
We've already determined that Obi-Wan was not completely Jedi in his thinking.
Well, I know, but he never once told Luke, you're going to have to defeat Vader.
No. Yoda said that.
Well, Yoda said you have to fight Vader.
Face him.
He has to face him. He never said he had to defeat Vader. He just had to face him.
Face your fear because it's
so none of the Jedi wanted Vader to die. None of them wanted Luke to kill Vader. Just that he had to confront him because he had to see. He had to stand up to the mirror.
Well, and Luke did not kill Vader.
No,
Vader committed suicide.
Pretty much, yes. Well, I mean, technically the Emperor killed him because it was out-of-control lightning that cooked him.
But he was the one that he committed suicide because
he chose to do that. Yes,
to do that, knowing what the consequences might be.
Yeah. He went into the situation knowing that he would probably die. Yes. But same thing with ObiWan.
I'll agree with that.
So what have we learned today? There's a lot of suicide in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Han Solo.
Han totally knew he was gonna die. Yeah.
Luke.
Yes.
He knew he was
Luke-
dying.
Luke knew that if he kept pushing himself the way he was, that he would die. And he did it anyway. So he definitely...
I don't think he died because of what he did, though.
I think he went out like a bitch.
I agree.
I
I thought the way he went out was pretty fucking cool.
yeah, like doing the full fucking
The
fake fight
Force
with
illusion thing.
like half a galaxy away force fight with
That
someone
was awesome.
else.
That was awesome.
That was pretty good. That was pretty solid. I mean, I don't know how that would have killed him, but I mean, then again, you never really see anyone else ever in the Star Wars universe do something like that. Yeah, there's a lot of suicide in Star Wars. Just take that away from this episode. If anything, just take away with the fact that a lot of people kill themselves doing stupid shit in Star Wars.
I don't fucking know how to do this shit. Watch our sister podcast, the Mile High Show and the Real Film Nerds. They're pretty cool over there. The Mats would really appreciate it. Like, share, and subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram,
Patreon.
Pornhub, and
Thank you to all of our continuing contributors on Patreon and to all of our new contributors. We greatly appreciate you guys. I'm not kidding, because there is a lot of shit that we want to do to this podcast, and we can't do it without your support. So thank you guys very much.
at least a full page.
Oh, of stuff we want to do. Yeah, a full page. We don't have a full page of Patreon supporters yet, but
Soon.
keep trying.
Maybe.
Tell your friends. Tell your enemies.
Somewhere
Tell your rich and relatives.
there.
Tell your rich and relatives.
Tell your rich relatives?
Yeah,
they
tell
don't
your
need to be
rich
rich. It's only like $1.
Or
Or
$5.
$5.
Tell your rich relatives. They can make 5 counts.
You guys can do one-time shots of 10 grand.
They can't
each.
do-
That'd
they
be
can't
great.
do
yes,
one
they
shot.
Can. Yes, they can.
Because they could just
I
contact
have
us.
seen it myself. They can do
I
it.
can't. What was that term?
They can do it. Give us, donate to us. All of you contributors, thank you.
Appreciate you
very
guys.
much.
And to all your other, to all of your others,
Are we done?
I hope so.
Okay.
Come to the dark side.